You would think I would be smart and not go live right when my phone is exploding. Okay. If I could spell today, that would be fantastic. Let me see if I can crop this really quick for TikTok because TikTok, like every other platform, I can do rectangular like stream thing, like I panel whatever you the thing you guys see when you click on it. TikTok requires it to be square for no reason whatsoever. Why is my phone going off so much? And so help me if it's what I think it is, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Yeah, it is what I think it is. Hey, look, I'm getting. Oh, that's not even to me. That's okay. Let's do another account getting the scam. Yeah, where the fuck did it save that to? Oh my fucking god. These. I have cameras outside my house. And they go off a lot more than I wish they would. Should I put the new thing that I have? I should. I should just do it. I shouldn't even ask. I should just. This. This should be my entire screen today. That. Like, seriously. Do I have to justify saying that it's a bubble anymore? Okay. Yeah, that's all working. I feel like this right here literally just shows entirely that it's a bubble. And like I don't think there's any actual defense for it now. Because I've been like talking about this for quite a while. And I still get people that tell me, "Oh, it's not a bubble. You have to prove that it's a bubble." And like we see all of the signs that it's a bubble, and then JP Morgan comes out and says, "Yeah, the bubble's most likely going to pop in the next couple of months." I even picked one of the news articles that is less inflammatory about AI on this one. Like, I genuinely wonder if I even need to really justify saying that it's a bubble anymore. Oh, Maddie, by the way, do you see the new point redemption stuff? I put in, I think, two of them. One of them is like a daily check-in that people can do. I want to have a way where you found the one that I have alerts set up for even. Are you allowed to sell those drives that you erase? Any of the drives that I wipe, it depends on where they come from. Most of them just go to nonprofits that need them. Okay, you did the CRT one. That one's one of my favorites because it does that. Yeah, I'm trying to get more things set up on there. So if anyone has like ideas for point redemption I can do on uh TikTok. Oh yeah, no, I heard about Dolly Parton and okay, the moment I heard about the news about Dolly Parton, there was one thing that crossed my mind. How's Miley handling it? Because if you didn't know, Dolly Parton is Miley Cyrus's godmother. And like they were extremely close. And so like yes, Dolly Parton's family is probably shook up, but I'm hoping there's people there for Miley right now. If you didn't know, I'm a massive Miley Cyrus fan. Like, Homegirl put out the song Flowers literally the same month that I kicked my ex boyfriend out. I think I listened to that song about 100 times in 2 weeks. Show us the bump. It's literally on the screen. JP Morgan has come out and said that the bubble is most likely popping in the next 2 months and people should be ready to sell stocks. Like, at this point, do you really disagree with JP Morgan? Like, that's what we're at. Also, yes, it's being shorted. Let's see. Pull up one of the news articles about it. Because there is a current massive short going on with NASDAQ. That's a part of this. Is JP Morgan your god? No. Wow, what a dumbass take. No, I don't sell drives. Are you shorting? I'm broke as fuck. What money would I short with? I literally just closed my business and I'm paying off the debt that my business had because I couldn't work in my business for most of the past year and a half. Like, that's always the thing that drives me nuts. You realize people are broke. And you're just like, well, if you're not shorting it, then you don't actually believe it. With what money, dumb fuck? Hey, Sean, did you hear? Honestly, I'm like reveling in this news. I don't know if JP Morgan has shorts set up, but there are massive short investments right now when it comes to AI stuff. Maybe stop buying your toys and projects and invest it. What toys and projects have I bought? You're saying that I'm spending money on stuff. What am I spending money on? On the wall. So let's go from right to left. Lego that my partner bought for me. All the Project Hail Mary stuff there, my partner bought for me. The computers there, the like knockoff Lego computers, those were sent to me by brands. This one was bought for me by my partner. These ones were bought for me by another friend. Um, this one was also bought for me by my partner. This is part of the same set. Um, Out of everything on the shelf, there are 3 Legos I bought myself. Back to the Future one, which I bought over 2 years ago when a company had me do videos for them and they paid me decently. And I also bought the Indiana Jones one like 2 years ago. So what am I spending my money on that I would be shorting with? Like that's what I'm like every single time. It's exhausting. AI bros are exhausting. Did I see the new SanDisk 1 terabyte USB-C drive? Honestly, so the ones I love the most, let me pull up the one I love the most by SanDisk. I've had some failures with it because of doing data recovery, but I'm usually using them in a way that you should not actually use drives when doing data recovery. Um, this one, I love these things. I've used so many of these because they're so small and convenient. Is this the new one? Because if they're going with the little loop, I don't like the loop as much as the actual hook. Why did you mute me? You were muted while I was showing you Legos. You could see both of my hands. Oh, there's a tiny one now? Okay, let's go over to SanDisk. Let's see if it's on their homepage. I would hope they would put it on their homepage. I'm guessing this one? The one that's like the size of a drive? Oh. Yeah, SanDisk is Western Digital. I mean, heck, I have a SanDisk drive on my desk. This is 16 gigabytes. If you don't like people commenting, don't have it. What are you talking about? I don't mind people commenting. You were muted by a moderator, and then I went in and unmuted you. Are you just going to keep bitching, or are you going to actually talk about the subject at hand and how AI is a bubble and it is currently popping? That is gorgeous. I kind of want one. Do I already have a home lab server? Yeah, I have multiple. What local AI do you use? None. None currently. I like how I opened my phone and like instantly Sean's message popped up. And you okay. I'm gonna say something. There is a specific way I judge if like it, judge someone's experience as a creator. And that's what store they send the link from. That was a link to B&H Photo, and Sean just proved that they're a creator and they have a lot of experience. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, I've seen these drives before. They've had them. Um, they've done it they're now doing it with Type C. Here's the one that Sean literally sent me. Like they've done it with the USB-C before or USB-A before, so it was bigger. But this is USB-C. Oh my god. That is so tiny. Yeah, small boy does not know ABCs. um Raptor asks what Linux distro they should move to. Usually I prefer Mint myself, but it all depends on what you're doing, like what you're using it for. Why did your business went bankrupt? My business didn't go bankrupt. There's a difference between closing a business and a business going bankrupt. You seem to be trying to make your own like assumptions based off of your bias for what I'm saying on the screen. That is just also, can we please, like, I don't know if this is the type of art, but the old Intel stickers that were like the 3D holographic, can we please go back to that? That's always so awesome. Yeah, if a business goes bankrupt, it doesn't mean it closes. Oh, thank you so much for the heart. Why did I close my business? For one thing, tariffs. Um, Tariffs did a ton of damage to the repair market in the US. Where would you start if you want to build a home lab for cheaper? Give me just a second. I'm going to get back to this news article. If you want to start building a home lab, but you want to do it cheaper, I recommend starting with this. Literally, like these things, you can get them for less than $100. You might not be able to get the SSD or the RAM with it sometimes, but you can usually pick these up for fairly cheap. This is an HP Elite Mini. I prefer Dell and Lenovo, but HP Elite series is pretty rock solid. And so this can be an all-in-one server for you to start with. You can start building things on here. You can do virtual machines by using Proxmox. You can even have Docker within Proxmox, so you can start tinkering with stuff like that. And this can just be an all-in-one for that. There's a lot of people who will have like a stack of these as their home lab, and they'll just have a mini rack where it has these in it, and then they have like their switch that is about the same size as these, because most smaller switches are about the same size as this, so you can just have a mini rack with mini servers and that, and then also have like a Raspberry Pi in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the mods ruling on muting you after you decided to go and attack the mods. Yeah, I need to redo the thermal paste on my servers. It's been a while. I think when I do it, especially since a customer just had me use MX7, I think I'm gonna do MX7 on my servers, just so I don't have to worry about it and I get even better cooling. I hate liquid metal with a fiery passion of 1,000 suns. Redoing thermal pads is a pain, especially when they go like outside of standard thickness for thermal pads. Okay, I've been distracted long enough. The cats need treats because someone paid to give the cats treats. Okay, both of my cats really liked this one, so I'm gonna do. Let me grab the box so I can show you what treat I'm doing. My partner was amazingly sweet to my cats and bought them some treats. So these are Purr Pops, and it is freeze dried chicken. Like when I pull this out, like you might be able to tell, it's just straight up freeze dried chicken. Sushi. You want this? Here, come here. Oh no, your paw is stuck. There you go. Come in. Oh, that meow. See if we can get Sushi up here too. Sushi, come up. Sushi. Scoop. Sushi's just like, I want to lick it, but Andy is being so aggressive about licking it. Okay, let's see if I can break it. There we go. There's a little bit for you. There we go. This is what the stream is now. Do I have a NAS? Yes, I have two. I mean, that kind of confirms if Sushi likes these or not. Sushi likes more gravy type stuff. I have a Synology NAS, but that's not my main one. I like Synology. Synology is easy to set up and easy to use. Um, Ugreen is even more easy to set up and easy to use. Oh, she is actually eating it. Yay. That's what I wanted. Do I use a password manager? Yes. I use KeePass. But it is mainly for like, so you know how you have like those things that, like the sites and things that you only need the password every once in a blue moon, like you don't log in too frequently? That's usually what's in my KeePass. Like KeePass holds most of my passwords behind very decent encryption. um, and then like I will still use the Google Chrome password manager for the stuff I don't care about. Why do I specify in the US? Because the US rollout of AI has been far different than other countries. Did you eat all of your treat? She's got like this grin on her face, like I had so much treat. Why is the drive open? It's an example drive that I use to show people what, like, how the drive actually works and what's going wrong when certain sounds happen. What is in my home lab? Two Dell servers, a very beefy HP server, and a JBOD are the things that are, well, none of them are running right now because I turned them off at the beginning of summer because I don't need them. Why is the phone on top? Just because I needed to put my phone somewhere that I wouldn't forget it, and so if I put it on top of the drive, it's more likely I'll spot it. There we go. There's some perfect views for you guys. Also, this is my cat who does not have most of her front teeth. That way she can attack it. Um, yeah, like I don't have my servers on right now. I also have other servers than that, but those are the main ones that keep everything running. The HP server is my big beefy. It has like more drives than anything. Oh my god, are you kidding me, AMD? I was trying to figure out what the pop-up was that AMD just gave me. The pop-up was apparently, hey, we're installing updates for things, and your GPU is going to turn off for a second while I'm streaming. Luckily, this is not the streaming computer that did that. Beefy as in it can hold a ton of drives. Like, that's what I mean beefy. It is, isn't it for you? I think it's for you. Instead of, like, my other servers, I have a 1U, I have a 2U. I have two servers that are 1U. I don't use one of them yet. I'm going to be loading that one out and using it. It is more of a data server. Uh, yeah. Which I realize a lot of people don't understand the difference between like a compute server and a data server. So the person who I did a video reply to their comment has been messaging me and is very upset that I said she's stupid, and I did. She just feels like I said that in my video because she feels stupid. What is a bubble? The way AI is being rolled out in the US and the way AI is being invested in the US. JP Morgan seems to agree. You have AI write the code and AI do the code review, or are you saying you do the code review? Do I own any old laptops? No, I didn't just look at 15 laptops sitting on a shelf. Nvidia earnings tomorrow. Let's see if it's a bubble. Nvidia earnings wouldn't tell you if it's a bubble. Nvidia earnings are way up, and they would not be the ones that would be indicative of it being a bubble. Granted, Nvidia is showing signs that it's a bubble by doing stuff like this. Nvidia is the one that is winning because of the investment into AI. Like, just look at this. They are up almost a third of $1 trillion with their investment. I So you're an IT guy and don't agree with AI usage or are against it? Neither. I think the main issue is the rollout in the way we're doing it in the US. What should you start with for home lab? I literally just told someone else this one. Start with one of these. This is an HP Elite Mini. You can also get like the Think Center or the Dell. I can't remember which line they have theirs on, but like most major companies have a mini version of their computers, and you can usually find them for fairly cheap because companies will use these as desktops and then sell them for cheap when they refresh. Yeah, image and video generation is one of the worst things to come out of AI. Oh yeah, no. The home labbing is one of those things that a lot of hobbyists get into, and it kind of overwhelms. Like it overwhelms employers looking at resumes and talking to people because a lot of people are now home labbing, so it's not as beneficial, but it's still one of the it's still the bare minimum for me, honestly. The reason I have don't spam on my stream is usually because I'm answering tech questions. And there's frequently people who, if they don't get their tech question answered in that precise second, they repeat their question 5 more times. That's specifically why I say don't spam. The other reason is because when AI bros tend to crash out, they start spamming the chat with like insults and BS. Can you see my internet speeds? I have gigabit internet. And oh, what's it called? Why did I just forget what it's called when your internet speed is the same going up and going down? How's the job search going? Currently not pushing it as much because I'm trying to get my place a little bit more squared away. So my place isn't mostly filled with my former business. Like I have put a few resumes out there, but I'm not trying as hard as I should be right now. Okay, if you're just here to sing the praises of AI and not actually debate what's on the board and talk about how great generative AI is, I'm gonna say get lost, dude. Like it's not beneficial for you to be in my chat doing that. Do I play Minecraft? Yes, I am addicted to Minecraft frequently. Yeah, I'm trying. Like, I have the luxury that I don't have to be desperately looking for a job right now. Um, but at the same time, like, I'm being picky. I'm being pickier than I should be. Beneficial to me. I'm doing games and VTuber models. Okay, good for you. That's anecdotal evidence instead of actually looking at the whole. Wouldn't you say the US AI is only like that because it's ahead and not specifically philosophy? What do you how That's a weird question. No, the reason the US AI rollout is the way it is because of corporate greed for the most part. A lot of corporations saw that AI was a big investment for a short time where they could earn a lot of money and so they all hopped on it and now it's become a bubble that they're artificially inflating to keep afloat. And we're not really ahead when it comes to AI. I never said AI has no benefits. The only time I've said unbeneficial during this live stream is saying the one chatter constantly going on about how AI is how he's using AI is unbeneficial. Oh, Endy's racist. Okay, you can fuck all the way off. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you for the entire stream because of that racist remark. And saying, how is it racist? It's just data security. You can run the model locally offline, you dipshit. Like, seriously. Your only thing was, I'd use the Chinese model, but they're Chinese. Yeah, that's racist, dude. What are my opinions on biocomputers? I mean, the research is freaking awesome, but I think there's going to be a lot of controversy when it like comes out a bit more. I think a lot of people will be upset with what it is. You're thinking of going to college for computer science degree and a minor in AI engineering. Should you? I mean, if you have the luxury to go to school, go to school. Like, but it's one of those things. Not everyone has the luxury to do it. So, what is my favorite thing in tech? For example, like home lab PC. My favorite thing in tech is my IODD four ST400. It is my little external drive that can emulate like CD drives. Did you eat all of the sucker? She's like begging for more treats now. Do I have a 3D printer? Yes. I just don't use it. I'm probably going to sell it soon because I don't use it like at all. I have a Prusa Mark II. I don't even think the US models are really ahead, honestly. Like, it's more so that they're pushed everywhere, so they're more all encompassing. Like, a lot of people keep saying the US is ahead in AI, but it doesn't really feel like that. It feels like just pushing the same models over and over and just making them a little bit better, but the progress is getting slower and slower as they try to push it faster and faster. What do I think should be a good budget to start home labbing? Like $100, because usually you can get something like this for $100, and as long as you already have a router that you can plug a cable into, you can just wire this in hardwired. Can I teach you the history of AI? I mean, I know a decent chunk of the stuff before 2000. What benchmark would we use for testing if AI, like which AI is best? Because people keep saying that like the US is ahead of everywhere else. I want like what benchmark do we use for that? Thoughts on cheaper models pricing out the US models? I mean, we've already seen it multiple times. Like every time a new model comes out of China, it usually is roughly on par with the US models, but using a fraction of the resources. Do you think the problem persists if there's no huge burst and rather a fall off? Not really. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. That helps out a lot. Having a little bit of extra income from that makes me happy. Makes my life less stressful. No matter how you feel, it's useful in a lot of aspects. It's not just going to disappear. I never said it's not useful, and I never said it's going to disappear. Oh yeah, no, like we already know that AI data centers cause heat in the areas that they're built in. It's just a lot of people want to try to pretend that's not a thing. Like even having a car running is warmer than having a car not running. Like we already all know this, but so many people are like, no, it doesn't cause heat around it. Oh my gosh, my partner just sent a picture of their orange cat. Use the heat to keep greenhouses warm year round. How do we effectively transport the heat? Fighting AI under RGB lights is elite irony. How is it irony, Brandon? The LED lights that are in this room are the lights for this room. Like, I don't have a light on in the ceiling. Like, there's a light right here, but I don't ever use it because I use the LED ones and they use less power. I love how many people have now said US is better in benchmarks and is at the top, but they don't give the actual, like, what is the statistic to use for that? What's wrong with AI? Hey, someone just redeemed CRT over on Twitch. Um, do you want it alphabetically, chronologically? So for one thing, AI data center rollout in the US is actually harmful to the people in the US. One of the biggest benchmarks we can look at for that is the price of power going up for numerous people to the point where they can't afford power. I already have used AI, like, and I've compared different models together. I'm asking you what fucking benchmark I should be using when doing this test to find the results that you're saying. That's why I'm asking. Oh my fucking god. It's just better. Trust me. It's the trust me bro benchmark. That's what we're going with. Oh yeah, the stock market being good doesn't equate the economy being good. I mean, just look at the stock market the past like year and how bad the US economy has been doing. The stock market's been doing pretty doggone good while the economy's doing horrible. Data centers should use regenerative energy. Yeah. Like simple as that. But the other harm that data centers do in their rollout is they are actually um, using the local water supply and treating it with chemicals that will make it so it won't cause corrosion or lead to buildup in the pipes for the AI data centers. And in the process, they are not able to clean out those chemicals effectively. So they put it right back into the water supply of those local areas. The issue isn't only with the data centers. And yes, AI data centers need regulation. Data centers, like as a whole, need regulation in the U.S. Um, no, data centers do not just use deionized distilled water. That is false. They use chemically treated water because they have to make sure it's not going to cause buildup or corrosion in any way. Like literally, you can look up to find out what chemicals they use. I need to let my cat out really quick. She has gotten a treat, and so now she's going to go brag to the neighborhood cats. Um, what was the other point I was? Oh yeah. So it's not just the data centers that are causing issue; it's also the use of AI. We're seeing a cognitive decline in people who are using it more and more, especially when they offload their thought processes and the same thought processes over and over. They're no longer able to think about those things themselves. They're not able to figure it out themselves. It's the same thing we already saw with calculators. Like calculators are a good thing, but they also caused a cognitive decline where people were not able to do mental math as much as they used to be able to because they were offloading that thought process onto a calculator. Did a data center hurt your inner child? So we're just going to ignore the issues that I brought up with data centers. If data centers use air coolers, then they are just offloading the heat from the servers into the community that they are in, which they're already doing, but at a lesser degree when they actually use liquid coolers and things like that, because some of that can be mitigated. Oh yeah, we don't need AI for a decline of intelligence. It's just causing a decline in cognitive ability. And I specifically say cognitive ability because it's something you can work to get back up to. It's just you have a decline. You're going to get left behind, comic book guy. How so? In what way am I going to get left behind? Like this is like from every time I've talked about AI, this is what the debate always comes down to. If you don't use AI, you're going to fall behind. We have to research AI because the other countries are also researching it and we don't want them to win. That's like the only two arguments that it all comes down to once everything else is stripped away. So, what exactly am I going to fall behind on? And how do you know I don't use AI at all? You'll be unemployed. I'm already unemployed because I literally just closed my business after running it for a decade. I'm currently in the process of finishing closing that business so I can look for a job. So, how am I going to fall behind? Because AI isn't the reason that I'm unemployed right now. Me choosing to close my business is the reason I'm unemployed right now. Nito, it's kind of sad that you have to rely on AI to be able to do your job. What business was I in? I ran a computer repair shop. Software engineering, when it's actually been tested, has seen that people who rely on AI are actually slower because you have to create the proper prompt for AI to actually do something, and then you need to double check the work that AI did before you implement it into your code. If someone actually understands how to code properly and is able to learn how to expand their knowledge on coding, then they're actually able to outpace people who use AI. But the fact that you're using AI more and more means you're going to be able to code on your own less and less, which means you're going to get outpaced by people who are able to code without AI. Yeah, using AI is not relying on it, but there's so many people who start relying on it more and more. AI can find bugs and root causes so much quicker. Thank you so much for the bit. I would love to see you prove that in some way. You can name like a study that has tried to look through that, or like any sort of evidence in an article that has tried to break down if AI is actually faster at coding than actual coders. Yeah, I get it. What you have is anecdotal evidence from your use of AI. That's the other thing I don't get is the fact that AI bros don't seem to understand how decent evidence works. Sam listed off a bunch of stuff. Those aren't benchmarks, though. Those aren't things that you could easily benchmark into a reliable number. Those are more based off of feeling from using it. I get the feeling you don't know what a benchmark is or how to benchmark things. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that AI coding has kind of led to in a negative way is a lot more errors in code. Okay, then give me where I can find this info on how to benchmark an AI. Like you listed out a bunch of things that you claim are benchmarks. Instead, give me like an article that breaks it down or something like that. Okay, Kevin, that's kind of adorable. Like I can't stand generative AI, but something like that kind of makes me happy and like it seems wholesome. I still think generative AI is horrifying and we shouldn't use it, but that's adorable. You don't need to post a link. You can post the title of the article. We literally live in a time where people don't know how to cite a source in a way. So wait, why I've already go to openai.org, read the instructions on creating your own LLM. Okay, why? Okay, Sam, I'll sit here for the next half hour doing your research for you on the live stream and not talking to anyone. Here, I'll go on mute so it'll be really entertaining. The reason I asked for benchmarks is because someone in the chat said, based on benchmarks, we are outpacing every other country. And I asked what benchmarks they were using. Oh my fucking god. So many more bits just came in. Oh. Honestly, Paul, like, even if we're ahead in how good our AI can do some things, the main detriment we have with our AI rollout in the US is we're throwing money at it to make it work. instead of going from, okay, we're going to limit what it has in as far as resources and build off of that. So when we expand, we can make it better as it goes. Like, we're doing development bass backwards. Oh yeah, there are definitely areas that are drier due to AI data centers at this point. I don't tend to bring it up because so many people bring up the whole water thing and they're like, but Nestle uses more water because they don't understand that Nestle bottles water and that means it's using water that people then consume. Oh yeah, the other thing that drives me nuts is based off of how people describe what AI is. Google has been using AI for its search results for like 20 years now. Not well, not 20 years. 15 years now. And like we just changed what because we just went, "Oh, these algorithms feel like they're thinking. We're going to call them AI now." When they're not thinking and they're just really advanced algorithms that are able to do predictive text in such a way that it's able to trick us into thinking that it's thinking. Yeah, it's been over 20 years, right? But honestly, I don't like they didn't start considering it AI until what was it called? They have a name for the system that the algorithm uses. They have a term for it and I can't remember what it is. How much do you understand about machine learning and transformer architecture? A lot, considering it was one of the things I studied when I was in college for robotics engineering. There's a heavy emphasis on AI, even though we were still at the algorithm stage at that point. Did you literally ask a question and before I answered your question, you went, well, since you're not answering my question this exact second, that means you don't know anything about the topic at hand. Like, what the fuck? I think that was probably the lamest attempt I have ever seen. When did I forget what transformer architecture is? Also, transformer architecture is relatively new. It's one of the main advancements that came out due to OpenAI and the LLM movement a few years back. Wasn't it 2023 that that one came about? And then every other company started jumping onto that same one. Or are we just supposed to ignore that it's new? Like, it's the new standard that most companies have been using when they're training AI. Well, training algorithms. But it's always one of my favorite things when like someone doesn't actually want to debate the points. They go, do you know about this really small part of this entire thing? If you don't know this thing, then you don't know anything. Okay, what is the main group policy that companies use when they actually want to roll out apps to end users? If you don't know what group policy that is, then you don't know anything about computers. Like, it's literally the going up to a girl in a comic book store and going, name 50 superheroes. If you can't in the next 3 seconds, then you're not a real comic book fan. You shouldn't be in here. Like, that's the energy that you give off with that BS. I mean, you did the same thing with the benchmarking thing. No, I asked you what standard to use for benchmarking so I could do it. That is very different. Me asking for you to give some sort of source when you say that we are leading the world in the benchmarks, and I ask, okay, what standard are we using for those benchmarks? That is very different than if you don't know this little part about it, you don't know anything about it. No, I'm asking you for a source on what you claim. That is different. Also, Dr. Xylo, you're a dumb fuck. It was a paper that came out in 2017. That means you know nothing about AI, right? Because you didn't know what year that came out. If we're going off of your standard. No, I want you to give what benchmark you were meaning in the comment. Unless you're not the person, if you're not the person who said that we are winning based off of the benchmarks, if you're not that person, then I don't understand this line of reasoning. And then you just say every benchmark. Oh my fucking god. Then name the best one to use. Oh my god. AI is way more than a single thing to just point at and hate. I don't hate AI, and I don't think it's a single thing. Well, one of those, two of those technically have multiple different things that I point to. Yeah, small businesses using AI to try to get an edge can be very helpful. It can also be really harmful. I know multiple businesses that have been drastically harmed because of use of AI. Thank you so much, Spawn Point Dad. That made me very happy. Can I steelman AI then? What exactly would I be steelmanning? Um, I would totally let you up to debate the bubble point, except that this came out this week. JP Morgan is telling people to be ready to sell off their stocks because they say that the bubble is about to pop. So if you want to debate the bubble thing, you're gonna have to debate JP Morgan at this point. And also Nvidia, because Nvidia also realizes it's a bubble and is trying to get people to invest in it so the bubble stays afloat longer. Oh, you want me to steelman my points? That wouldn't be steelmanning, that would be explaining my points. Steelmanning would be for the opposition to restate my points in an accurate way. Ooh, my arm is bleeding like crazy. Look at that. There we Okay, how do you explain the Nvidia pushing for investments and saying that they would help float the investment in case things go wrong? Like they're pushing companies to invest while currently AI is still not profitable, like to an extreme. Yeah, I love that Microsoft. I love that Microsoft was the one that spent nearly, wasn't it nearly a billion or was it over a billion? It was like 900 million, right? Oh no, the site looks like it was made by Claude, so you're just gonna, okay. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't let you up if you're gonna be that bad faith. Like, that's, yeah, that's very telling. If you're gonna be that bad faith in the comments, letting you up, you would just be bad faith up here. Oh yeah, most of it is insider shuffling money to try to make a profit. But there is not really profit from external sources. It's all internal and trading sources for the most part. Okay, give me a source that proves that this site was made by Claude. Like if you're going to be that dishonest, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. Prove that it's made by Claude. Will there be more jobs at the AI bubble burst? We're already seeing jobs coming back because companies are rehiring people. Like that's one of the things we've actually seen a decent chunk of. Then what do you mean by the fact that you said thought we don't support AI because it's harmful? That seems to insinuate that you genuinely think this is made by Claude. How's that backpedaling working for you? Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing, Spawn Point Dad. I've already been working with, I've tried in the past and I've done it in the past. Crap, I just forgot what it's called. Isn't it crowd control or something like that? Where like people watching the stream can control your game. I love it. It's so much fun. I want to do more of it. It's just limited on what games it can do. Okay, if you're replying to someone else, then tag them like you did. But you didn't seem to tag them when you were saying the other stuff. No, I'm just saying try to make it easier for me to read and not have you be disingenuous and go, "No, I didn't mean to say that to you. I was replying to another mythical person that isn't there." Like I realize it's a BS excuse because you want to be disingenuous. How can people disagree with your claims? Just wondering. Mostly, apparently, with BS and bad faith arguments. Yeah, like Sam, that's exactly what I'm thinking, honestly. Because, like, as a developer, this literally just looks like a quick website that someone threw together that, like, to be as easy to show the data as possible. Like, I've seen countless sites like this my entire career. Yes, AI is still harmful at the at the on premises level, just in different ways. Gina, I will the moment you prove that this was made by Claude, like you said it was. Oh, someone redeemed hydrate. I mean, there's countless things that Gemini and Grok will say are AI that are definitively not AI. Like, having an AI checker is not actually something that we really have reliably at this point. It's one of the reasons why Anthropic is starting to put metadata and also sneaking things into what it produces so that it is easy to see that it is AI and check that it's AI. Also, the first sites that I thought of when you said that this was AI and it wouldn't possibly be built like that. I mean, I started thinking of what hacker websites tend to look like. This is what the old interface for Wi-Fi Pineapple used to look like before this model. I think it was the Nano that updated to the newer one, which still looks like you would say is AI generated because it looks like it looked super basic. Oh, I don't have the webcam on that screen. It looks super basic and a very basic layout and blockiness. Like, I've seen countless sites built like this because it's quick and easy. That's probably why AI does the same thing. Okay, yeah, goodbye, Gina. You are literally not listening to the words that come out of my mouth when I say things because I literally explained what those websites were used for and where they come from. If you had listened at any point, you would have heard. Yeah, goodbye, Gina. Like, seriously. If you cannot listen for like 5 seconds to hear this is the site that the Wi-Fi pineapple uses, then why would I have bothered to let you up at that point? It's clear you would not have listened to anything that I said. Yeah, like literally, if you look up like there's a few of the Wi-Fi pineapple sites that I don't think would have made people think, oh, that's AI generated. Because there's some like if you look at the ones that have like um I open image in a new tab way too much for me to struggle looking for it. Like that page could be made by AI, but it would be a lot less of a chance. But like most of the rest of the pages that Wi-Fi Pineapple uses and has used historically, very much like I think would like set off all the alarms for this is AI generated. Like that's one of the problems we have is because so many like so because of what Claude was trained off of, it was mostly trained off of stuff that would be on like GitHub and things like that. And most sites that were posted on there were coders just doing their back end site so they could understand something. Look at like pfSense, like the internal site for pfSense. 100% would have fallen under the same, oh, this is probably AI generated. Oh, the one with the graphs would have set you off thinking that it was Claude as well? Huh. Why did I block you from the live? Because are you what's your name? Who were you in the live? Wait, say the pfSense thing again. Um I just read a comment and made me laugh. So like pfSense internal site. Oh, yeah, fuck off. You're just instantly getting blocked. That's not even a mute. That's a block. um and I liked the joke too. Like it was a dumb joke, but it made me laugh. So pfSense, like the site that it uses when you're interacting with pfSense, it looks similar to this. It would have an AI feel to a lot of people. Like that's why I'm just like, yeah, saying that this feels and looks like AI, okay, anything can. I honestly really like pfSense. pfSense is phenomenal. I used to use pfSense. I now use yeah, Nito, I blocked you because you were just having a conversation with someone else and repeatedly you had tagged that person with nothing else after it. So it was just spamming the chat and you had already shown that you were bad faith in a lot of ways. And I got tired of it. Like there's a point when it's just exhausting, dude. And the fact that you have multiple backup accounts, okay, I'm not arguing with you, dude. Why does Microsoft force BS bloatware on Windows 11? What bloatware does it force? I want to have this on the actual stream. Also, someone asked this a while ago while I was dealing with all the other BS. Yes, I do play games. I was actually going to be playing. What game did I just get? Oh, the one where the sun explodes. Um, by the way, Ethan, if you need a longer character limit for something, you can also Twitch and YouTube are available. Both of them have way better character limits. Yeah, I play on Steam. I could not get into the Outer Wilds. Like, it's a gorgeous game and it's a good game. It's just the Outer Wilds feels like oh, what's that game? It's one of the really majorly acclaimed games. Isn't it Myst? Which is a point and click game. Like that's what Outer Wilds feels like. It just feels like a more modern point and click. And I'm like, there's some point and click games that I really like, but like there's some where it's just like, yeah, this is not my cup of tea. You know what I honestly wish? I wish genuinely I could get an honest person who really thinks AI is not harmful. But every time it's always someone who like pulls BS talking points because they can't face the fact that AI has major issues. Star Rupture, that's the name of the game. The US should have regulations. Hey, Nico, how's it going? Um, the US should have regulations on data centers. Like there should be regulations because data centers have a direct impact on the communities around them. Like I don't know how the government would regulate AI itself, but I do think there should be rules in place for AI. I mean, we have like things like that already. The internet has regulations. Honestly, offshore data centers would not be a bad thing. It's just once you start getting into um not offshore data centers but offshore computing centers, which is what AI data centers are. They're more for computing than like storing data. Once you get to that, you're building up a lot of like heat energy, which is dissipated into the water, and we're already warming the water a little bit too much right now. Like that's another issue that comes into all of this. Yeah, I'm just getting rid of the very, very dumb people. What streaming question do you got? Oh, I didn't even realize that Twitch is still has the TikTok scam and stuff on it. Oh, and it's not in my recent. Oh, it'd be in my notepad. Let's drag this over here. I don't even know if I spelled that right, but I don't care. When I stream, do I use a face camera? No. I mean, yes. Yeah, no, like that's been my biggest concern about like data centers in the ocean shouldn't be causing that much heat. But computing data centers, that's going to cause more heat, and that's my biggest concern when it comes to putting them in the water. We already know, and like it's been debunked so many times. We can't put them in space, people. You can't dissipate the heat in space. At least not fast enough for a data center that's computing things. Do I think SteamOS could be a daily use OS? No. I think it's a great one for gaming, but no. Yeah, Elon saying he's gonna put them in space. I mean, we already knew that the dude had issues. Yeah, usually when I stream, like I literally use this same setup. I just switch over to that and see Star Rupture's downloading. He can cool it with solar power 24/7 almost. So it would be so we would be putting it in an orbit where it would be continuously in the sun, getting heat from the sun to dissipate the heat already built up. Should you go for a mini PC when you first start home labbing, or should you go for a full rack? Mini PC every time. Something like this. Ooh, the metal on that case is very, very cool to the touch. And I just rested my arm on that. That felt like I set my arm on an ice pack. Oh, I know why it's so cold. It's in the path of the AC unit. Yeah, no problem. Home labbing is fun. It's a fun thing to get into. I get the feeling that people will still tell me that AI is not a bubble even after the bubble pops. If you didn't keep coming back in and spamming the chat and being a dick in the chat, I was gonna unban you after the live stream. But you just coming back and being a dick shows me that I shouldn't, and I'm just gonna keep doing this. I think that's his fifth account that he's come back with. Yeah, home labbing is one of those things I started doing in high school, and I didn't realize how beneficial it was until now. Yeah, the fact that he even misspelled it while creating the account, which is funny to me. Yeah, no, he's a little bit more than obsessed. You know what I wish TikTok had that Instagram has? You can block a person on all their new accounts. Yeah, it's not actually that easy to create a brand new account. It takes a little bit of time. Well, when I first started doing these live streams, I could only live stream for like 30 minutes because within 30 minutes, AI bros would mass report my live streams so that they could get it taken down. Like I had that happen so many times, and I'm just like, yeah, This is exhausting. Is crypto booming now? Wait, an overnight technician at a data center was only 16 an hour? I mean, you should have taken the job and just turned everything off and walked away. For 16 an hour? Yeah. Oh yeah, when the bubble pops, it's gonna suck so bad. Like that's one of the things is we already see investment firms shorting the market and JP Morgan saying that it's probably going to pop in the next couple of months. It's just like it's not going to be good when it pops. The economy's going to have a lot of issues. Those ones are the worst ones. Why is it whenever it's in water it becomes the worst part ever? Oh, my laptop battery's going to die. I was wondering when that was going to happen. I am eating a gas station egg roll. This one's a little bit more burnt than they usually are, but still very good. I also like how when I set everything up for this live stream today, I even gave AI Bros an out. Because this specific article doesn't bring up the AI factor. At least I don't think it does. Nowhere in what I've like skimmed through it does it actually bring up the AI factor. And so someone could have been like, "Oh, well, that doesn't say anything about AI," so. But none of them actually read, from what I've seen. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to eat tonight. I need to make food tonight. Like that's one of the things that actually frustrates me is like anytime I do a live stream like this and AI bros come in, like you guys saw it earlier, like the amount of times I will ask for a source and they don't know how to cite a source even. The dipshit doesn't realize I don't stream on Wednesdays. Oh yeah, I meal prep. I just because of closing my business, I've been doing more like pizzas and things like that. Oh yeah, that one felt very flirtatious, like to a creepy level. Oh yeah. No, a lot of companies don't realize how limited AI is and how not useful it is for a lot of things they try to shove it into. But it wouldn't be the first time men with a lot of money try to shove something in someplace it doesn't belong. So, you want to work with cloud code, but your laptop is too slow. Upgrade your laptop. Want to hear something funny I had happen today with AI code? Oh, I would love to. No, my favorite one is the like someone literally made the joke of the average AI user, and they're just like, "Yeah, my work has us using AI to do stuff, so I use it at work. I don't really use it outside of work." And then it switches to pretty much an AI bro. Yeah, me and Claude have 4 kids, and we have been married for 6 months now. And do you want to see a portrait of my husband and our family? Like, it's like, ugh. What's my favorite type of code? What do you mean? Okay, if you're not going to school and you're learning on your own and you're learning Linux and PowerShell, that's a fantastic start. The thing I would highly recommend is automate. Learn how to automate all of the things you would normally do, or as many things as you can, using things like PowerShell, because that is going to help you a lot. Oh, like Python, Java. Oh, sorry, I said the word Java, and my body had a violent reaction. Java was one of the first languages I learned in school, and I hate it with fiery passion of a thousand suns. It's not nearly as bad as what is it called? Scheme. It's not nearly as bad as Scheme, but Java is so bad. Oh God, they replaced you with Claude and then asked you to come fix their broken code that Claude had created. That's funny. Also to answer your question, I really like Python. Python is like it's the one I usually tell people to study first because usually from Python it is easier to go into other like codes because there are so many similarities. Similarities. It's kind of like how when you learn like a root language, you can usually learn the languages that branch off of it. What jobs are left in software? A lot of them. Oh yeah, I love working IT. I'm currently looking for a new job because I just closed down my business, but yeah. Yeah, trying to say the word nope, can't do it. Body instantly rejects it. Even though I play Minecraft and I play that edition, still can't stand that programming language. Oh my god, he ran out of tokens. Ah. I feel like I'm going back into working IT in the worst time possible. Oh my gosh, I think I know what you're talking about, Ren. I've seen multiple DJs on TikTok who literally code their music, and it is like, as someone who is a massive fan of Tron, and especially Tron Legacy, that right there, like, that makes me so happy. Java is just, it's atrocious. Like, there's nothing, like, there's so many little things wrong with it. It is a pain to work with half the time. Like, you can get a grasp on it, but like at the same time, there's so many little finicky things about it. No, Claude isn't really taking a lot of IT positions. Also, we are currently seeing most companies that have fired people to replace with AI have been rehiring people because they realized that AI would not be able to solve their problems or do the work as efficiently or as inexpensively as humans. Like, that's been one of the fun things to watch is people realizing, oh, AI is more expensive than a human doing this same thing right now. Okay. Oh yeah, your laptop should be able to run Java just fine. It's just, have a rubber ducky handy that you can talk to and have something softer than your desk or laptop to hit your head against when you get frustrated. I feel like I need to go rewatch Tron 1 and 2 again. I have not seen Tron Ares. Is that what it is? That the name of that one? Yeah, I haven't seen that one, and I don't really feel like watching that one, especially since someone pointed out that it is like, it's a big jerk off section for AI. Like, yeah. Oh yeah. Quite a few of the companies, if they rehire the same person they fired, like for one thing, they're finding out that those employees have found other jobs, so they can't easily rehire the people who have the expertise. But when they're rehiring people, they're actually having to spend more money than they were before. So at the end of the day, AI has been losing quite a few companies money. But it's one of those metrics that would be harder for us to track and like actually show. So it's not one of the things that I actually point to as the harm of how we've been rolling it out in the US, because trying to break down how much money a business has lost because they fired people and then hired people to replace them months later because the thing that they were hoping would replace them didn't actually work out. Yeah. Yeah, that makes it a little bit harder. But statistics are fun. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of stuffed animals over there that I will chuck at the wall or the couch or just scream into. How's it going, Andrew? Ren, you should look up when Claude like deleted the entire backups for a company and show that to your client that wants to give Claude like full write access. The AI bubble is bursting. Source, trust me, bro. No, the source is literally on the screen. The source is JP Morgan and Nvidia. I like how you didn't even ask for a source. You just went, the source will be, trust me, bro. No, the source has been on the stream the entire time you've been here. No, tech is still a fantastic job to get into. Like, quite a few tech jobs, you will need to use AI at some point. It's still, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, it's annoying. But yeah. Ah, so Dixie, you're going to be one of those people who, even after the bubble pops, you're going to be like, but it wasn't a bubble. Oh, God. No wonder we keep going into these financial crises the way we do, because we keep having people who go, well, yes, that was a financial crisis that looks exactly like what we're going into right now, and everything is lining up. All the stats are the same, but it's not a bubble. Like, are there any upcoming games that you're excited about that I want to play day one? Not, oh, Fable. The new Fable game coming out in February. That one. If you instead used your energy hating AI on the bigger picture, who's hating AI? Dixie, why are you not investing all of your money in AI right now? If you think it's going to be so great and you are so sure that it is not a bubble, are you investing all your money? I'm going to use the same BS question that other people use so frequently in my thing when they say, are you shorting it? Tech can be tough for some people. Like it's not for everyone. And that's one of the things I try to explain in so many of my videos. Like not everyone is cut out or can think in the way that is required for tech. AI for cybersecurity is mostly just repeating what other cybersecurity specialists have done in the past. Like that's most of everything I've seen for the cybersecurity aspect. You hate the technology instead of its hoarder. You're doing exactly what the tech oligarchs. Hey, Cute, want to do me a favor and tell me what the fourth word in my prompt over here is? Yeah, Ren, that's one of the things people have not really realized is AI is just replicating what it's already seen done. And it's not doing it in a new way that actually solves the problems in a unique way. It's just replicating what other people have said in hopes that it is an actual answer to what is asked. Did Q-Day realize that I'm literally talking about how the US has been rolling it out and how the tech oligarchs have been pushing it? And that's one of the reasons I bring up how data centers are unregulated and causing issues for people. Oh, I actually had a nuanced point? The US corporations, the big tech oligarchs in the US who are doing this. I literally, half the time I'm on this stream, have this website open so I can point out the tech oligarchs that are doing it. Cutie, I'm a fucking commie. Like, what site is that? This is isaiprofitable.com. It's actually one of my favorite sites. Even though, like, most of the information on this is based off of researched speculation. Like, it's not something that is confirmed because these companies try to hide their losses in other things. Microsoft is a prime example of that one. Microsoft will not tell you that it has lost that much money on AI because they have put it into other things. They're just like, no, we haven't lost money on AI. We lost money on Microsoft Office. How do I recommend people figure out if they're cut out for tech? Build a home lab. Like, if you can build a home lab and you enjoy it, you're cut out for tech. Can't build a home lab? Probably not cut out for tech. Home labs are fairly easy. Do it all. I was going to message you before the live stream started, but I didn't have time. Actually commented on someone's video and they messaged me going, hey, how do I actually test these drives? And they're now working on testing the drive so they can find out that they're a scam they're themselves. And I'm so happy. Is AI red teaming in Hack the Box good? No. Who hates themselves more, devs or QA? QA. Because usually devs, when they run into something that will literally like cause them mental harm, they won't, like, they'll find another way to do it. QA has to do the mental harm. Especially if you're talking about like software QA, where they have to try to find out how the bug works. So they have to replicate the conditions over and over and over again. Yeah. Someone asked, why can you explain, please? I don't know what you mean. There is a delay between what I say and what you guys hear, so I would need more info. Yeah, no, the ones who do thanks for the engagement, usually I reply with a video going, you're welcome for the engagement. I'm going to get so much more off of showing that you're promoting a scam. Oh, Hack the Box and AI red teaming, because Hack the Box is meant to train and teach people. AI doing it is not training or teaching the AI anything. The AI is not able to learn. So it's not actually useful. Most of the cybersecurity stuff that AI has been doing is just replicating other people's works over and over to find the same type of issues. Like, it's just mirroring what other people do. It's just, if you make a million clones of a person and have who understand cybersecurity and have them all try to find cybersecurity stuff, they're going to find a bunch. That's pretty much what they're doing with AI. Ooh. Yeah, no, most of my stuff is locally hosted at this point just because I worry that like I'm gonna like I've lost accounts before. I lost my original Facebook account and I lost everything that was on there because of it. Ever had moments when you're working in tech and think, "Hey, this is fun." All the time. That's why I love working in tech. I don't have any thoughts on TCM security as a training platform. Rust Lover, didn't you ask that over on Twitch? I said yes, and you never gave me a fun fact. It better be an actual fun fact and not one of those depressing facts that makes me go, "Aw." I will attempt to throw a guitar pick at you if it's a depressing fact. I will probably miss. Wow, today is a slow day. How hard is it to get a job in IT as a newbie? Extremely hard right now. Trying to get a job right now in anything is a pain in the butt. Okay, that was a fun fact. I feel like I just read a textbook. Certifications are nice, but they're not going to guarantee you a job. Um, McDonald's will hire on the spot. I know multiple McDonald's that don't hire on the spot right now. Like right now, the job market kind of sucks and it's kind of hard to get a job pretty much anywhere. Apparently, Dixie lives in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Oh yeah, no, it's been fun to watch people talking to the AI at drive-throughs and being like, "Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this," and so they just break it so that they can just get to an actual person. Like that's been one of my favorite things to watch is AI just breaking. Yeah, asking for an absurd amount of waters. That was literally an eyelash in my mouth. Why did I get an eyelash in my mouth? Yeah, no, like AI drive-throughs. I don't understand who thought that was a good idea. Yeah, no, like pretty much anyone who is Gen Z is pretty much screwed over. And like my generation was already screwed over enough and then Gen Z is getting screwed over even more. So, yeah, it's not great. Oh, we already have AI influencers. I mean, just look at Fruit Island. That is an entire series that is AI influencers. Why were you doing that? Okay. Why were you doing that via terminal? Just made 3 partitions blind through terminal. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm honestly tempted to message my friend and start asking for more contracting jobs because that might be what gets me through until I have a job. Um, and then like my other problem is I have a major gap in my resume because I ran my own business. And from what I've heard, companies don't really want to hire someone who ran their own business because they instantly think, "Oh, if you ran your own business, you weren't good at taking directions." Well, like, really? Yeah, but why didn't you use a GUI to manage it? Like if I'm doing stuff like that, I'm using Gparted GUI version. Oh yeah. No, like the worst thing is like I have a couple of negatives that hurt for me getting a job. That's one of them. Like having the gap where it's me running my own business, doing tech work. And then the other one is my name is a very unique name. And so if it goes through an AI sorting system, yeah, mine gets dropped by AI sorting systems. I've even had friends test it to see. And yep. Yeah, no, like the thing that's annoying to me is I'm just like, on paper, I don't look that great. But once you actually, like, once I'm in an interview and I'm talking about all of the things I've worked on and done throughout my career, I look a lot better. And that's what, like, a few of my friends have said. They're just like, yeah, yeah, when you have punctuation in your name like that, it just, the AI filter just gets rid of it. No, I have the SQL injection for drop table. That's my name. I think my favorite thing is watching jobs that I wanted like hire someone else and then a few months later seeing them hire for that same exact job and I'm like, "Oh, that didn't work out." I'm waiting there's a specific job I'm waiting to see open up again in like a month because I get the feeling it's going to because they keep hiring college students and not realizing that they need someone who's not a college student. Oh no, it's not my last or middle name that's the issue. My first name is unique. There's a reason I go by Bearded on everything. Yeah, trying to find a job sucks. I have not had to do it frequently. That's the other annoying thing for me. Most of my jobs I have just gotten like without job hunting. I have lucked into most of the jobs I've had and like trying to move on from that and get a job like the old fashioned way. I'm like, no. Yeah, no, it's fun to see jobs that you apply for and like you fit for go to someone else and then them having to hire someone else in a little while. What certs do I have? Zero. Big old goose egg. Because I go for certs that I need, I don't go for certs that I don't need. And I have not had jobs that required certifications. I've had jobs where you need to know the knowledge of certifications, but you don't need the actual certifications. Man, today has been slow. I have been a sysadmin. I have also been the entire IT department for multiple organizations at the same time. Yeah, like certifications are great, especially if you do them right, but they're not necessary, and they shouldn't be. Yeah, no, like the annoying thing is I have the experience where even still to this day I get invited to very very big meetings. I just don't have a job right now. What's it like going into help desk? What should I expect? Honestly, a lot of repetitive stuff because mostly you're going to be solving the same issues over and over again. So you can usually get the hang of it fairly easily. Yeah. I think my cat wants it. Also, I don't think I should sit down anymore because that might be making me tired. I've never used or looked up the Flutter framework by Google. 2026 grad waiting on their unemployment benefit meeting in a couple hours. Ouch. Yeah, no, like so many tech jobs are in the toilet right now, and it's even while companies are rehiring people after firing them to replace them with AI. What's your IT background? Uh, I was the entire IT department for a dozen different organizations, top to bottom. It's mostly not harmful. What do you mean? Because the reason I say it's harmful is because when you run the benefit and cost analysis, it is mostly harmful currently. All small shops headcount. I mean, all of them would be considered small businesses because they had less than 100 employees each. But yeah, I mean, it can still help a lot of people while being harmful. I mean, just the data center rollout alone in the US is one of the biggest harms that we've seen in a long time. How is a data center harmful? AI data centers have been rolling out in such major numbers that they have been kind of foregoing some of the like beneficial parts that make it less harmful to the community. So they're using more power, causing the power prices to skyrocket to the point where people can't afford power. They're also causing issues with the water because when they use the water in that area and then put the water back, it still has some of the chemicals that they were treating the water with so that it wouldn't harm the data center. Then on top of that, the noise pollution has literally been causing some neighborhoods to not be able to sleep at night. Um, and then there's also the concern about heat. How do I feel about self-hosted AI? It's still harmful. Like it's harmful in a different way. Oh, since you didn't hear about an issue, it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, okay. I'll make sure to message you, Tony, to find out if things are actually an issue from now on, because it's based off of if you've heard about it. It's literally in the news, Tony. It's literally in the news. Oh God, the ads on the page. Nito, would you prefer to just be using your main account instead of your 10th side account? Oh, oh, if AI completely disappeared overnight, what do you think happens? I mean, for one thing, Oracle would go under like almost instantly, unless they could figure out how to recoup the costs that they have already sunk themselves into so bad. But a lot of companies would drastically struggle because they have connected their system in such a way that AI is integrated into their systems. Um, so like companies would not have time to react to get their systems back up and running how they were a year ago. Because like that's the thing, most of these changes have been over the past year. If the audio sounds weird in the next few seconds, that's because I'm cleaning the dust off of my soundboard. Um, but most of these changes have been in the past like year or two. And so a lot of companies would struggle to try to figure out how to get back to that. How much power cost is really a big deal for most people? Yeah, it's a very big deal for a lot of people because, especially in the middle of summer, um, let's see if I can find the info for this one. Mainly getting the European stuff, but I've gotten uh yeah, I can't find actual metrics on roughly how many people have died because they can't pay their power bill and so they haven't been able to have AC during a very extreme summer. Can I give a few reasons why I dislike self-hosted AI? Yeah, because if you're like with self-hosted AI, usually you're using something like this, or if you're using something bigger than this, it's even more of a waste. But if you're using something like this for self-hosted AI, usually 50 people could all be on the same system like this one using that same AI and would have roughly the same power usage and same resource usage. So you just have this thing sitting there only letting one person use it and you are wasting resources at that point. Power being one of the biggest ones in that situation. So if you have 50 people all hosting the same AI to do the same thing, you're just wasting resources because all of them could be using the same system and using less resources. If AI was not as uh, resource hungry as it is, then it'd be a lot more okay. Like 5 to 10 years from now, perfectly fine. It would be like a Docker plugin. Like, yeah, it's one of the reasons I don't like talking about self-hosted AI because, like, a lot of people will understand that take, but a lot of people will get upset at that take because they really like their self-hosted AI. And yes, I am like, oh, what's it called? Not inflating the numbers, but like I'm being hyperbolic because it's not exactly that, but it's still like that's the concept at its root. I don't know the exact numbers or anything like that. It's just the numbers I go with. Get that out of full screen mode. Thank you. Yeah, like there's a lot of people who are just like, yeah, I set up this system just for this AI, and it's just like I don't like telling people, yeah, your self-hosted home lab thing is a waste because I'll be honest, building out a home lab and using a home lab, yes, that is somewhat of a waste. Not as bad as AI is being. Oh yeah, no, like it's more nuanced than what I'm giving it. It's just I don't I don't want to dedicate the time to breaking down exactly how wasteful um a locally hosted AI is. Like I feel like that would be a waste of time when we have like the bigger fish to fry. Nito, the AI dog doesn't count. Or the cyber dog, the one from the early 2000s. Let's see if I start playing games if people start hopping into be like, You're wrong about everything and you should die. Oh my god, there's an update for Railroad Corporation 2. This is one of my addiction games. Okay, why do people ask things in like what feels like a very dishonest way? Like, because I get this question a lot. So what's your solution? Just turn it off and let the entire world collapse? No. That's never been anything close to what I've said my solution is. Having regulations on data centers. Solution. Because if you have actual regulations on data centers, then most of the harm goes away. There's still some harm, but it goes back to, okay, we should reevaluate this and see if it's actually more harmful or more beneficial. And then greed driven goes away because companies can't use it as much of as an investment because there's now stipulations on the data centers that make it harder. And then the bubble would go away because of the same reason. I've not played this game at all, and I've been playing Solarpunk. Oh my gosh, I love Solarpunk so much. I didn't realize how much I needed that game. I needed like my version of a Stardew Valley, and that's what Solarpunk is. I'm trying to figure out if this number is actually going down because I've looked at it multiple times and it was in 3,000 for a long while. And it felt like the number kept going back up. I want to know where my cat is. I'm going to enjoy the hot tub so much tonight. Ugh. Okay, how long is it going to sit there on the one shader left to compile? Ah, there we go. Oh, I can't do the tutorial if it's a online world, apparently. Wait, OpenAI Enterprise won't let you see the individual budget by person? So they're kind of pulling what like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, all of them do, where they have like the like here's Xbox coin. That way you don't know how much you're actually spending on something. Why does this look like someone's fanfic version of Ryland Grace from Project Hail Mary? I kind of love it. I also like the engineer. I have to play as Grace. Ooh, personal storage. Uh, take off. I'm a prisoner. Yay. Okay, I kind of love this ship. Like, this is a good ship design. Ooh, ooh. Like, one of my favorite things to do when I see, like, my partner and I are watching Stargate right now, the original Stargate SG-1, and looking at some of the ships, I love trying to figure out like why the design is the way it is, if it actually works in the like in decent ways. Oh yeah, you guys can't hear the audio from this because I didn't pipe it through the thing. So me listening to this conversation is not helpful. Oh, cool. Okay. Ooh, if you're on like walking tiles, you can run without losing stamina. That's cool. Yeah, you guys can hear some of the audio because it's so loud through the speakers. I mean, I can possibly if I just open up Banana. You guys can see the other games that I want to play. And then like the stuff I was working on, like the button on Twitch I just made. Um let me let me open Banana really quick. And then I can pipe the audio over to you guys. There's Banana. Let's see if it breaks anything in the process. When exactly do I think the bubble will burst? Well, JP Morgan thinks it will burst in the next couple of months. Currently, the expectation is sometime around September. So, could be anytime in the next few weeks, honestly. I'm just going to laugh so much for the fact that I will. Oh, I have a gun. Um, like, even after the bubble bursts, I'm going to get so many people saying, well, it wasn't actually a bubble. What happens when the bubble bursts? I mean, same thing if AI suddenly went away because there's going to be some of the AI companies that will no longer be providing the services. So companies that are tied into whatever AI system no longer is able to operate, they're kind of going to get screwed over because they're not going to be able to use their tools that they're relying on for things. I thought this was supposed to be the tutorial. Am I supposed to have a task list? Ooh, it is a big boy. Oh, I need to just go after the nodes on it. And then it shatters. Yeah, no, like the financial issues that we're going to face because of the AI bubble popping, that's part that I don't like talking about because I'm not looking forward to that in any way whatsoever. Like even the bubble popping and businesses having a lot more issues is going to be really annoying and harmful, but at the same time it's not going to be as bad as the financial crisis we're likely to face because of this. Um it bursting meaning multiple companies will probably go bankrupt very quickly. Like Oracle is very much predicted to go bankrupt if the bubble bursts. And the expectation is the bubble will bursting in the next couple months. Um, Oracle is the main one. Nvidia will do just fine. They've made bank off of the AI stuff, so they're not going to be worried about much. Um, Micron might face a lot of turbulence because they're already worried, like they're already having some turbulence because of their choices when it comes to the AI movement. And like getting rid of consumer grade stuff, which honestly, Micron facing some turmoil because that would not be the worst thing in the world because they made really, really crappy decisions, including right now people trying to RMA stuff and Micron pretty much just giving them the middle finger saying, yeah, we don't do consumer stuff anymore, so we can't give you a replacement for that thing. I am playing this game for the first time, so I have no clue what I'm doing right now. I thought I was supposed to be getting like a tutorial or something, but I'm not seeing one. I am seeing a leveling progression system that makes me very excited. Oracle has already been spreading itself way too thin. Um, when it comes to stuff, they actually own TikTok partially. They were one of the big companies in the ownership of TikTok, and they already were spreading themselves thin when it comes to data centers. Like, if you look at Oracle's financials, they have been at risk of something going wrong if any of their stuff does not pay off. But they've been kind of riding that high of, oh, things are paying off perfectly fine. We don't have to worry about anything. Oh, is that a brick wall we're going at 100 miles an hour? That's kind of what's going on with Oracle right now. And it's gonna be kind of fun because the guy who is the CEO or owner of Oracle, I can't remember which, but he's the one whose son wants to merge Warner Brothers and isn't it Paramount? Isn't that the deal that's being currently like held off on for a little bit? Yeah. Am I supposed to be going somewhere? It has not given me more information. There's enemy. Yeah, like I selected the tutorial mode and I feel like I'm not getting much of a tutorial. Oh, I have to build it all the way over there. Oh, forbidden by corporate. Okay, I can't build in there. Okay, so let's build it. Oh, is it trying to tell me to build it on there? No. Okay, so I want to build it like right there. What is the base core? Oh, oh, I do build it on here. Oh, okay. I have to build this thing first. That makes sense. Now, if I build the habitat, I'll build it right there. It's connected to the thing. Now I'm going to need an airlock. Build it right there. Hey, I have an inside of a building now. Yeah, I also really hate the fact that they named the AI stuff Stargate, considering Stargate is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And like that's kind of killing the name Stargate for me. Oh yeah, I know about the sun exploding every 45 minutes. It kind of reminds me of have you played Vul- Vulcanauts? Let me look it up. I have it. It's one of my favorite games. Oh, it should be like right here. Uh, no, that's provided by devs. Where's my favorites? I need my list of favorite games. There's Vulcanoids. This one. So you have a drill ship, and every few minutes, the volcano explodes and obliterates everything on the surface. So much fun. Such a fun game. I love that game so much. You can build the terminal right there. Analyzation station. We'll go right there. Split. I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm putting things into a machine and making them go away. I know I can get more of these things, so split. Oh, what's going to make the shoe drop is just when the bubble actually pops. So, like, one of the reasons it's a bubble is because the companies are mostly like operating in debt, and there's a point when you can no longer operate in debt. Like, they're going to try it as much as they possibly can, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Is this one? Yes, I'm going to want to level up this one so I can get a fabricator. Claim. Equipment upgrade station. Recipe station. I want this one because I want storage. Get that one. Oh, let's level this one up twice so I can have the map. Oh, I just looked over at chat and you said research to get the map. And I'm like, instantly have map. I'm going to level this one so I can have the storage depot. Okay, now let's go build. I want that thing in the corner. Basic item printer. That can go over here. I want it to be. Wow, that's so big. Okay, there we go. I can put it in the like wall over there for some reason. Can I move this? Cancel. I want to move this. Yes. Okay. Now I can put that back down, but facing this way. That way I can see the nice explosion and death outside. Now I want the equipment upgrade station. And personal storage. Can I put it on? I can put them on the wall. There we go. Oh, I can put like 2 of them on? Oh, I can put 3 of them on the wall. And that is my cat wanting it. Okay, I'm gonna go let my cat in. My cat goes up to the door and paws at the door to get in. And so I have to listen carefully to know when my cat wants to come in. I need more calcium ore. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's so much progression in this game. I think I want this one upgraded. Okay, I'm going to be somewhat addicted to this game as well. I think this might be my new game that I play while I chat with people and talk about AI and tech stuff. One of the other things I'm really excited about when the bubble actually bursts is honestly, we will get more decent research into AI once it's no longer like hoarded by rich oligarchs. Like that's one of the other things people don't seem to understand is when it's still a bubble, we tend to have worse and worse research into something and worse advancements in things. I also like how many people don't realize that a lot of advancements aren't greed driven. Like I constantly will have people saying, "Well, everything's greed driven. If you want advancements, it needs to be done with greed." And it's like, no, we have plenty of advancements that were not based off of greed. I mean, NASA is one of the best examples of that. NASA is uh, for the betterment of all mankind and for the research of humanity. Like, there's also some of the, yeah, we want to beat the Reds and get to the moon first, but yeah, like that's not all of it. Communism is run by oligarchs. I don't think you understand what communism is if you think that, because there's one specific thing that oligarchs need, and that would be money. Communism is a classless, moneyless system, so I feel like that'd be harder. I think the next project I'm going to work on is I'm going to work on a media server, like a Jellyfin server that has onboard graphics to help render the streams. I think that's going to be the next thing I work with. Okay, I'm doing a no-no and I'm going out exploring. I just realized what I should be watching or listening to while I play this. This is 100% the type of game I would be playing while watching Battlestar Galactica. I found something. That is a dead body. I get the feeling I'm calling the big bad guys to me. Can I prove that a communistic government is possible and will thrive? Found the enemies. Uh-oh. I should have figured out how to use a gun. I'm going back to base and learning how to make a gun. Um, sorry. Can I prove that a communist government is possible? I mean, that's contradictory. I mean, somewhat. Um, because communism is a stateless, moneyless system, so the form of government you would probably be thinking of would not be able to exist. Like, it's more of a direct control government where it is a. Oh my gosh, he hides in the ground, or he ducks himself. Oh, that's so cute. Um, so it's more of a direct uh democratic system. Oh yeah, I realize it's multiplayer. And then we also have plenty of examples of communistic systems thriving. Look at native populations in America. They were communistic systems. They did not have uh private property. Okay, you said keep the heart there. Yeah, yeah. I may have already gotten rid of some. I don't like that there's no like shift click. Is it control click? Dang it. No, like the natives that existed before the US government came in and wiped people out. Oh, you can double click things and they'll go into storage. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put these things in here. Oh, that worked so well. Put that in there. Okay. I have ammo. I don't have a weapon. They had roughly the same level of technology that people had at the time. Like, it just seems kind of weird to say that they didn't have technology. They had the same level of technology that most people had at the time. It's just they existed in a different part of the world than a lot of other people. I got a pistol. I kind of want another weapon as well, but okay, I'll get the expensive one and I'll hate myself later because I'll have realized that I needed to like save some of that stuff for other things. Okay, I'm gonna need to get the ammo for this one. Ooh. Go back to the list. How could you replicate what exactly? Oh, I need titanium rods. Dang it. Okay, let's go see if I can take out some aliens. also want to see if the cute little alien that tucks his head in is over here. Oh yeah, at some point I want to do more like multi-person streams. I just want to start working with some people and actually get some of that working a bit better, because it's also really fun to do it from the PC, because like I have it set up so I can accept a guest. It's just a little bit wonky on the PC. I'm gonna go die. Woo! I wonder if the aliens are even still here or if I have to restart the whole process. Oh, they queued it. If I play with people, it's usually going to be like other streamers that I'm mutuals with and things like that. Like I am planning on playing with other people while I do stuff, but ah, go away, head crab looking thing. Oh, there's a lot of you. Angry little meat sacks. Like if I ever do like a Minecraft server and things like that, I will definitely have it be where like people can join and play. But at the same time, that is also a very hard thing to set up in a safe way. Oh, my armor is at 0. Woo! Hey! I got this area. Yeah, like I've actually had it set up so AI bros could come up and debate. My only thing is, every single one of the ones that have like requested up to debate, like before they even request up, show that they're just going to be bad faith in what they're talking about. Like the person earlier who said that the one site that I was showing for someone else was programmed by Claude, and so my point was invalid because clearly I'm using a site that was programmed by Claude. And I'm like, that doesn't invalidate my point in any way. You are just trying to find bad faith reasons to debate. Bubbles, bubbles everywhere. The line is the same as the other bubbles. What do you mean? Because I can point to evidence of the bubble. I mean, if those jobs are suddenly going to be gone away because of the AI bubble bursting, then you're not going to be making a lot of money for a long period of time. You're probably currently, the estimation is you would be making money for the next couple of months. Because the current estimation is that the bubble will be popping in the next few weeks to maybe couple of months. JP Morgan is already telling investors that they need to be ready to dump their stocks at a moment's notice because the bubble is most likely going to be popping in the next, they say, couple of months, but honestly the speculation is early next month is when the bubble is going to burst. Granted, this isn't the first time that we've had speculation that the bubble was about to burst. It's just like Nvidia is trying to keep it inflated, but there's a certain point when artificial inflation of a bubble no longer works. And it seems like we're already at that point. Okay, there is a way for me to vent the heat with this. Oh, even if the bubble bursts, it's going to be a while before hardware stabilizes because hardware is slow to like equalize back to its normal, but it is very fast to react to things like uh the AI bubble. So that's going to be a fun and annoying one where we're going to have to like be waiting for a while for it to stabilize back while at the same time going, yeah, the bubble burst like a while ago and we still have RAM that is 5 times more expensive than it should be. Also in the US, we've had the luxury of our computer part prices being lower than most other countries and people in the US just haven't really realized that. Like other countries, buying computer parts has been way higher priced, at least depending on what country you're in. I've had clients around the globe for doing computer repair and IT help. So, okay, I think my thing is going to be getting this working. Can I insert? Oh, I don't have enough of those. I need like another 300. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to here. I only have enough to do 54. I need to go mine more crap. Oh yeah. No, like seriously. I had a client who their computer crapped out on them right before the RAM price hike. Like the RAM prices went up extremely. And he brought it to me after they went up because he didn't realize that the prices had gone up. And I had to tell him the bad news is this computer, it's a motherboard issue. It's a Dell XPS, which has had so many issues. Um, and so I said, my recommendation is to buy a new computer. And like he's a student and he's just like, okay. And he looked at computers and was like, I like everything about this one, but the RAM. Can we possibly upgrade the RAM in this system to 64 gigabytes? To upgrade his laptop to 64 gigabytes, it was going to double the price of the laptop. And this was already a laptop that was like, it was a decent price. It was $1,000 laptop. But yeah, no. You know, one of the things I need to have it where this screen right here is that monitor or whatever monitor I set it to at the time. That's the next goal I need. So that way I can talk to the camera and have the screen right there. They're like talking to you guys. Yeah, no, like DDR4 right now is kind of. I have a ton of DDR4 and I've been like upgrading systems for people because like that's the main thing that they want right now. They're just like, oh, I need this computer to last me a while longer because I can't upgrade the entire computer for a while. And I think the market is just completely fucked. I do not think we're going to get back to a normalized PC market until like 2028, 2029. Okay, let me put this in here. Then I think that's it for today. Because I need to go relax. I'm going to be playing more of this game after stream. Save. Save game. Quit. There we go. Yeah. Are you materialistic kind of guy? No. Okay, I'm going to hop off. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I am going to go soak in a hot tub and relax for a while. And then tomorrow I am tackling my main room because I I kind of want to have the new setup done. Like I'm at a mental point where I kind of just want to have that new setup done out there. So I think I'm just going to start tackling it. It's going to be fun. I need to go buy primer. I need to go buy paint. I need to go buy quite a bit of it because I'm probably going to be repainting 2 walls in this process. I should see if I can get a contract job. Get some income so I can justify the expense I'm going to pay on that. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. It was kind of a slow day today. Like, I feel like a decent amount of the AI bros hopped in and then just went, like, really annoying. Also, I like if I put the chat back into TikTok, the entire program just stutters for like a full minute. But also, while I'm sitting here, before I hop off, I am going to go in and I am going to unblock Nito. Okay. Those are all the other accounts that Nito used. Holy cow. Okay, I might be honest, like, Nito is one of those people who actually trolls, like I remember back in the day. Nito might be giving me hope in trolls again. So, yeah. I will see you guys later. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys on Thursday if you join me for the live stream then. Bye, everybody.